Hey guys, want to do a review on this Delton 20-inch upper, and luckily, hopefully for this channel, things are going to be going quite well in the next couple of weeks. Because I do have a friend who is a gunsmith and certified firearms manufacturer and all that, and I've been helping him out quite a bit lately. You know, as far as helping clean guns and put them together and whatnot. In exchange, you know, he kind of lets me, you know, be able to see these and handle these and kind of learn some things from him, as well as do some reviews on things that I just don't have the money to buy. So this is a great example of one of those that my friends let me do a quick review on before he cuts it. He's going to be cutting it down for New York compliance. He's got to get rid of the bayonet lug and the compensator on the front, but I asked, you know, to do it before he cut it, so that way the viewers could see how they would actually get one of these from the factory. So let's get rid of this. I want to review this upper because he got a whole bunch of these, and he's already cut about half of them. When we took a couple of them out to just test fire and experiment with and see how they were before we kind of went to outfitting them and selling them as need be, and not too shabby. Delton is pretty much a budget AR dealer, by the best way to put it. They're not bad quality, you know, but they're not top of the line either. They're good value, well, which is why I kind of picked this one to show amongst, you know, all the others. A lot of the other cheap uppers I've kind of looked at, I wasn't as impressed as I was with this one. I kind of wanted to show it off and explain what I liked about it. First of all, it's a 20-inch standard rifle length gas system. It has an AR15 bolt carrier group. It doesn't have the M16 or anything fancy like that. Chrome moly barrel, 1.9 rifling. You know, the attached front sight base, flat top upper. You know, the whole shebang. Overall, nothing outstanding. There's nothing extraordinarily high quality with this. It's all pretty average, run-of-the-mill stuff. And at the price range, you know, you can get these for around like $400 to the website or so. I'm not sure what he pays for them as a dealer, but I know if you buy them retail-wise, they're around $400. So let's get into how did this shoot, what did I like about it, what I didn't like about it. We fired a couple of these actually, not only this 20, but we also fired some 16s as well. And I found them to be a little better than average when it comes to accuracy. You know, I've tried some of the cheaper, you know, ARs out there, and I think the accuracy is a little better. This one here, you know, guys, I'm not good with iron sights, so we're not even going to talk what kind of accuracy you're going to get out of this, but overall I found it to be better than your average, you know, rifle that I go against with iron sights. I found it to be you know, very decent for a 20-inch, you know, getting pretty good groups. My friend, of course, who's a better shooter, was getting some, you know, nice 2-inch groups at 100 yards, and I think a couple less, couple more. You know, we used different kinds of ammo and played around with it, did some rapid firing and some really, you know, well-aimed shots and all that. So accuracy, okay. Reliability, 100%. We haven't had an issue with one of these yet failing on us or having any kind of mechanical defects with them. And he's seen, I think, around like 20 of them so far that he's been working on. So that's one of the cool things about working with this guy is I do get to see a mass quantity of these and see if and what mechanical flaws they do come with that he has to take care of in the shop. But so far these things have actually come very good. The fit is very good. It fits. We tried several different lowers on many of these, and the lowers work great. They fit very snug. No issues with fit. None of them were sloppy. The big complaint I did have, these things came horribly dirty from the factory. I really had my work cut out for me on this batch they were really, really dirty and greased up. Not only the barrels, but the bolt. You know, all the bolts had to be ripped apart and really scrubbed hard because they were really dirty, and they had a lot of gunk in them, you know, a lot of grease, and you know, they obviously, you know, test fired these things at the factory, but these things were beyond just that. They were really, really greasy compared to any of the other uppers, which I guess maybe it's a good thing because it will help prevent any rust or whatever. But if you are buying one of these, you are going to have to invest a little bit of time cleaning because they are a little dirtier than what you're not dirty, but they're definitely a little more greased up than what you're going to be expecting. The handguards actually are a really good fit. A lot of these just standard handguards I find are a little wiggly. And this one here is not wiggly at all. It's actually a really good fit. The only thing I don't like is there's a little bit of a gap. I don't know if you can see it. But there's just a hair of a gap in between the two of them, which I don't like. And you can kind of, there you go, you can kind of see it opening and closing. Do not like that. But it is, of course, not something that's going to affect the function of the weapon. It's just something, obviously, that some imperfection in the handguards. However, none of these, when they go on the shop, are going to be sold with these handguards. They're very easy to replace with some kind of quad rail or whatnot. But like I said, that little issue there is not something that's going to affect the performance of the rifle whatsoever, you know, because it is really just a plastic handguard. Other than that, I found everything to be good. The Delta rings are really good and tight, so when you're taking the handguards on and off, it's not, you know, impossible to do, but it's not really easy. Everything's really good, tight tolerances to everything. Everything fits nice. The bolt fits in nice. Everything seems to fit well. My friend did headspace a couple of them just to check. Everything headspace perfectly. You know, overall, really, you know, for the money, a very good product. You know, especially seeing these things come with a bolt carrier group at that price. There's not many. Most of your uppers that you buy in the $300-400 range, a good portion of them don't come with bolt carrier groups. This one does. We'll pull this out so I can show you my other complaint. Because this one here, we have not actually fired at the range. This one here is virgin. And you can see that some of the finish on the bolt head, a little tough to see, but a little bit of the finish around the bolt head there has already worn off just from whatever factory use this thing got, you know. And as you can see, just out of the factory, there's a couple imperfections on the finish. So definitely the finish is not the best on these at all. No issues with the barrel, finish on the barrel, but on the bolts, quite a few of these we did see areas where the finish had rubbed off on the bottoms of the bolts. You can see a little bit there where it's already rubbed off, and that's just from the factory. So if you do buy one of these, you do have to expect you're going to lose some finish, obviously, because if they're losing it already, you know, they're going to lose a lot more when you put some rounds through these, for sure. So really, you know, for a $400 upper, my only complaints is this kind of fit on the handguard on this one, but that was, you know, a rarity. That's something, obviously, you know, it's not a big deal, but just a minor annoyance if you're nitpicky about your firearms. And then just the finish on the bolt, which the bolt's a wearable part, guys. I'm not saying, you know, any AR you own, there's going to be some wear and tear on the bolt unless you buy like a chrome or a nickel boron bolt. You're going to get some wear on there. But just to see like some of these, how much there was straight from the factory was a little unusual. So just kind of thought it was unusual, and more so than the other uppers I've seen in my day. But function, great. Reliability, great. Accuracy, you know, I think above average. You know, I think fit and finish needs a little work. But overall, if you're making a budget build, I would highly recommend a Delton. whether you're getting like the 16-inch carbine or the 20 or 24-inch or whatever, everything, you know, they got the whole range. So for a budget build, I think you're good to go. But if you are, guys, if you are looking for quality, if you're looking for top quality, this is not for you. If you're looking for a combat weapon to literally bring into combat, this may not be for you. But the casual shooter, you know, who shoots weekly, bi-weekly, maybe couple hundred rounds a week, this is probably going to be a very good upper for you and never give you any problems. But this, you know, this isn't for competitive shooters. This isn't for combat conditions. This isn't for, you know, you're not going to be running 3-gun with a Delton. But if you are that guy who just likes to train and shoot and have fun, this is a great budget AR upper. And luckily, I was very glad to have the ability to see about 20 of these things and be able to play around with them and go shoot a couple and be a part of turning these into New York legal rifles, which has kind of become my life's work lately, is helping with this law here in New York and making these guns available to anyone who wants them. So hope you guys enjoyed, and if you are interested in my guy who's selling here, if you are a local here in New York, send me a private message. I can definitely give you his information if you are interested in buying legal New York firearms. So thanks for watching.